Hello everyone, it's Drake Gaming here back with another FC26 formation breakdown, and today we are going to be unlocking the secrets of the 4-2-3-1 wide formation. In my opinion, I believe this formation is the most popular formation used by all caliber of players. I'm talking about pros and even casual players like myself. Now, if you have been one to be struggling, in the midfield at the same time creating chances on the wings while still maintaining a good defensive line, this video is for you. Now, without wasting too much of your time, we are going to get into the business of the day. So now I remember last week I did drop a video on the 4-4-1-1, which is more like the more attacking version of this formation. Now, if you didn't get a chance to watch that video, I'll leave the link here on the screen. You can go ahead and take a look at it. It's more of the attacking version of this formation. So in my opinion, if you want to use it, you can kind of like use both of them. You know what I mean? You could start, if you want to feel out your opponent, you can kind of start with this one. Then depending on how the game goes, maybe if he's better than you or you're trying to equalize the game, you can switch to the 4-4-1-1. But I'll leave the video up there for you and you can take a look at it, okay? So now for the 4-2-3-1 wide, again, we're going to go with this formation, 4-2-3-1 wide. The build-up style is going to be unbalanced. This game, I've not really tried to play it on counter, just because of the fact that I don't have players who are far away. Every player is in close proximity of each other, so I didn't see the need to play it on counter. I never tried it on counter. I just played it on balance and it was working pretty well. And the defensive approach is actually 60. And I know that the 4-4-1-1, I did it on 70, just because, like I said, it's a more attacking version of this formation. So that's why it's on 70, but this one is more balanced. And I noticed with the 60, my CDMs and my center backs were not too far away from each other, and they were not the back line was not really pushing up too high. So it was definitely something I was able to control, majority of the games. So that's why I recommend just keep it on 60. Now, if it's too high for you, remember, the way I play may not be the way you play. And I always say this in all of my videos, right? That if you get a formation from any YouTube source or any link that you get it from, always remember that that person is giving it to you that really worked out for them. That does not mean it will work out for you 100%. It also means that you might have to make some little tweaks here and there so that it could fit the way you play. So in my case, I started on 50 and they were sitting too deep. I never liked it, so I had to gradually increase it from I actually went up to 670 at first and it was too high, so I had to keep on adjusting between 70 and 65, and I kind of found that sweet spot, which is like 60 at the dot. So recommendation would be to play it on 60 defensive approach. Now, if it is a little too high for you, you can reduce it down to 50. You can even go as low as 45 if you want to. But for me, I just kept it at 60 and kept it very simple. All right, so now we're going to get into the player roles, starting with the keeper, working our way up. My keeper, I had my keeper on sweeper keeper. I did not do anything special with it. For me, I've always liked my keeper on sweeper keeper, just for the fact that if I find myself in a situation where my opponent does like a backyard, forward run and they dish a pass forward, I need my keeper to be ready to come off that line like that quick. Now, David Raya on this hand does not have the plus role compared to his ball playing keeper role. He doesn't have the plus as a sweeper keeper, but still, you know what I mean? He still gets the job done. I think it's more of because of the new goalkeeper AI movement in FC26, where they make the keepers more realistic now compared to 25. So it definitely helps. He definitely gets the job done. So that's why for me, my goalkeeper will always be on sweeper keeper and the focus is on balanced, right? Now, my center backs, I kept it very simple. Both of them will be on defend, nothing special. I don't need them moving forward. I don't need them assisting with the attack. I just need them to defend. That is their job. That is their role. Nothing more, nothing less. Moving to my left mid, my left back and my right back, I have both of them on fullback defend, right? So I did try versatile, right? Again, with this formation, I tried versatile and I noticed that they always tend to be behind my opponent's left wing or right wing, depending on which side they're on, if they are using the meta formation again. Now, I don't know why that's always the case, but also looking at the highlighted map, I could see why. But again, I'm not saying that's the reason. It could also maybe just because of how I play. But for me, just to keep it simple and more generalized, let it stay on defense, because remember, you have your left mid and your right mid, so that wing is pretty much covered. You don't need them to also push up to assist, just because of the fact that you just want to stay in control. Like I said, the goal is to dominate the midfield and the wings, and at the same time still be in control on your defense. So that is why, for me, have them just stay back. They don't need to go forward. If you want them to go forward, again, you can always manually press your L1 and send them forward if you want them to do those forward runs for you to just kind of assist. But let it not be that the AI is making them move forward. Let it be that you're the one sending them forward on your own. Now, moving up to the CDMs. Excuse me. I always have both of my CDMs do two different roles, right? The more defensive one will always be on holding, defend, right? And then the other one will be on deep line playmaker build-up, right? So pretty much the one on holding, it's self-explanatory. They stay back, they hold the line. They don't need to go forward. Now, the one on deep line playmaker build-up, if you look at the highlighted map, they will go up a little bit, but they're not going to go too far up. Now, I did also try this new role, which is, box crasher. And as you can see here on the highlighted map, they go all the way up. And it's really good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's bad. I did try it because I used it. It was really good. But one thing that really happened to me was when I used the box crasher, they were always going all the way up. And then Rodri, who is a little slow, he had a hard time, tracking back to do his primary role, which is, a CDM. So I think if you have a more CDM who is much more faster, who can go up the pitch and come down in no time, I think you could definitely get away with box crasher. But for now, since I don't have that player and he has the plus role on deep line playmaker, I just played him on playmaker. So now if you do have a CDM that has the plus role on box crasher, or even if they don't have the plus role, because of course now the game is still early, even if they at least let them have a good pace, that way they can move up the field and then they can move back. Because if you look at the highlighted map, they will be going to a point that they will be scoring goals. But the thing is, when it comes for them tracking back, that is where you're going to have a hard time if they don't have that pace and they don't have that stamina, or that work rate, if you want to put it that way. So for me, recommendation, if you don't have a fast CDM, put this CDM on deep line playmaker build up. That way they're not going all the way up and it's easier for them to track back and assist with the defense. Moving up to your left midfield and your right midfield, keep it simple. Again, both of them will be on inside forward balance, nothing too crazy. You want left midfield and right midfield. Of course, you need them to be pacey and agile as always. Now, moving up to your cam, this is where I changed things a little bit compared to the previous one. The previous one, I had the cam on playmaker, but in this formation, I had the cam on a shadow striker attack, just because I need more attacking options. Right now, excuse me. Looking at my cam, right? Bruno Fernandes does not have that plus role as a shadow striker, but he does a pretty good job, and also he helped me with the team chemistry. That's one of the reasons why I had him play that role. If you have a cam that has the plus or the plus role as a shadow striker, I would recommend you use that person here. Like I said, my cam does not have the plus role, because everyone who watches my videos, I'm a huge fan of plus role. If they have the plus role in that role, that's who I'm going to play. But to help with the team chemistry and build up the with pretty much the players that I have as of right now in ultimate team, that's why Bruno Fernandes is playing there. But still, he still did a good job as a shadow striker. Right now, moving up to your striker, I kept it very simple: advance, forward, attack, nothing crazy. But then if you look at, this is what the team is going to look like without the ball. Now, when I have the ball, this is what the team looks like. Everywhere on the pitch is balanced. Now, your shadow striker, in this case, will pretty much be picking up those empty spaces that the left midfielder or the right midfielder will not be picking. They'll pretty much be making runs to the left side or the right side of the pitch. So it all depends on pretty much, what side of the pitch you're attacking from, right? And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else that I am missing. For those of you who want the code for this exact formation that I have here, is the code on the screen. I will also leave it in the description for you, so that you can just copy it and just paste it, and then you can just rock it the way I have it set up. But also remember, the way I play may not be the way you play, so you might have to make some adjustments to it. But again, it might not be too much. Now, if there's any other thing you want me to, any information you want me to try out, leave it in the comment section. Now, if this video has helped you in any way, all I ask in return is for you to do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. It helps push this video out to viewers like yourself, and it also helps the channel grow. So other than that, I don't think there's anything else I am missing for today. So happy gaming and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys on the next one.